I'm a licensed naturopathic physician. I'm an expert in natural medicine. I help you bridge conventional and alternative medicine to transform your illness into wellness. So today we're going to talk about 4 naturopathic tips to naturally treat inflammation. So inflammation, most people know it's arthritis, okay? But I want you guys to understand that inflammation is actually the body's way of protecting you. It's the firehouse alarm going off in your body. Something's wrong. It's your body's way of trying to protect you from viruses, bacteria, to heal wounds. It's the body's natural vital force working. So inflammation can be a good thing. It's a warning signal. What most people don't do, though, is they don't listen to the warning signal, okay? So let me give you the 5 hallmarks of inflammation, okay? Pain. You feel pain when there's inflammation. There's usually heat associated with inflammation. There's redness. There's swelling, and there's loss of function. And this is the reason why we think of arthritis, right? So your joints can't move. There's usually swollen. It's painful, and usually it's hot. So there's 2 different arthritises that we think of. We think of osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, or just in general arthritis. So most arthritis is inflammation. Osteoarthritis is a non-inflammatory arthritis. However, it can have some inflammation. It's usually due to the wear and tear of the cartilage, okay? So do understand that osteoarthritis does fall into this category that I'm talking about with inflammation, okay? So what are my 4 tips? If you guys can write this down in the chat, I would appreciate it, and I'm going to go through each of them with you guys, all right? So 1, we're going to talk about diet. 2, we're going to talk about spices or supplements, however you want to think about them. We're going to talk about movement. Hi there, T. Taylor. Thanks for joining. We're also going to talk about oils, essential oils, of course, right? So let me explain that inflammation is not just in the joints, okay, guys? Chronic inflammation can cause you to have gas, diarrhea, constipation, eczema, psoriasis. It affects all different parts of the body. It's the warning sign, like I told you, for your body. It's your body's way of healing itself or letting you know that something's not right, okay? So the reason why I bring up diet, and we know that I bring it up all the time, is because a lot of times when you're having chronic inflammation, it is due to a sensitivity or an intolerance to certain foods, okay? So let's talk about diet. So I'm going to bring it to you from a blood type perspective. So there's 4 blood types: blood type O, blood type A, blood type B, blood type AB. If you're not familiar with it, go back to my previous Facebook Lives and look up my video on blood type, okay? So I suggest that everybody follows the blood type diet because it's anti-inflammatory. I can't go over the entire diet with you guys, but I picked out key things for you to do that are anti-inflammatory and things for you guys to avoid that are pro-inflammatory. So the things that I'm telling you guys to avoid, they're causing inflammation in your body. The things that I'm asking you to add, foods that I want you to add in your diet, are going to help to decrease the inflammation in your body. Type in the chat if you're here so I can say hi, guys, because I can't see you unless you type it in the chat, okay? So let's talk about blood type O. If you can type fast, type it in the chat, okay? Blood type O's should avoid wheat, corn, dairy, and white potatoes. These are super inflammatory, okay? Don't eat them, especially if you're going through something that's inflammatory like rheumatoid arthritis, or something like you're having constipation, or you're having psoriasis or eczema. Avoid these foods if you're a blood type O, all right? Foods you want to add. These are going to help to decrease the inflammatory process in your body if you are a blood type O. You want to add grass-fed meat. You want to add pineapple, ginger, spinach, kale, and collard greens. Okay, I'll say it again. Grass-fed meat, pineapple, Ginger, spinach, kale, and collard greens are anti-inflammatory foods that your body's really going to enjoy and help to decrease the inflammation, okay? So let's move on to blood type A. Blood type A, you want to avoid at all costs, especially if you're dealing with inflammation, red meat. It is a no-no for you, okay? You want to avoid dairy, corn, and tomatoes. That includes tomato sauce. Yes, it does. I know. I've had somebody ask me that. So you want to avoid red meat, dairy, corn, and tomatoes. These are the key ones. Now, there's several inflammatory foods for you, and that's what I do with my concierge patients. My vital ones know all of the foods that they should not be eating because they're inflammatory. I'm picking out key things just for you guys today, okay? Things, if you are a blood type A, that you want to add to decrease your inflammatory process, to help lower the inflammation load on your body. You want to add onions. You want to add broccoli, add soy foods, and pineapple. All right, these are the things you want to add if you are a blood type A, if you want to lower your inflammatory marker score, okay? All right, let's talk about blood type B. Hi, Dr. Kristen. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope this works well for you. All right, blood type B. You want to avoid, this means it's going to increase inflammation in your body. Please avoid chicken. Please avoid corn, peanuts, and wheat if you're a blood type B, okay? This causes inflammation in your body. If you are a blood type B, the things that you want to add so that you can lower the inflammation in your body: lamb, that's lamb meat, goat meat, maitake mushrooms, and onions for blood type B helps to lower your inflammation in your body if you're a blood type B, okay? Blood type AB. These are always so complicated. You guys are just fascinating and unique, blood type A. All right. So you know you're a combination of A and B. So you know you're going to get some of my A and some of my B that I just told you about, right? So in order for you guys to avoid inflammation in your body or to get rid of it in your body, you want to avoid chicken, corn, coffee, and bananas. Here we go again. Chicken, corn, coffee, and bananas. If you're a blood type AB, I want you to add into your diet so that you can try to reduce the risk factor for your inflammatory. My battery's going low. Let me just take that off. Okay. You're going to add in soy, cultured dairy like kefir and yogurt, tomatoes. Isn't that odd? Yes, tomatoes help to lower your inflammation in your body if you're a blood type AB. And berries, so strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, they have OPCs and they're really great for decreasing inflammation specifically for a blood type AB. Okay, so everybody has my dietary recommendations. One, that you're going to follow a blood type specific diet. If you need more information on that, like my vital ones who are my patients have a whole big book and a customized diet specifically for them. This is just the icing on the cake for you guys, okay? All right, so number 2, I said we were going to talk about spices and supplements that you can use to lower inflammation. So the supplements, so I'm saying supplements are spices because each thing that I picked out actually is a food item, but you can also take it as a supplement, all right? So the first one we'll talk about, I'll give you 4, so write them down in the list, and then I'll talk about them individually. So ginger is number 1, 2 is turmeric, 3 is boswellia, and number 4 is bromelain. 1 is ginger, 2 is turmeric, 3 is boswellia, and 4 is bromelain, all right? So ginger, yes, you can take ginger as a supplement. They have caps for ginger, but you can also do ginger as a tea. You can do ginger as a poultice. You can put ginger in your smoothies. So it really is a food item. So that's why I said spice or supplement, however you want to do it, okay? So ginger actually inhibits the pro-inflammatory pathway. It promotes anti-inflammation and encourages blood circulation. You can cook with it or you can eat it, all right? So ginger is fantastic. Number 2 is turmeric. And I know that there's a lot of stuff in the research right now going on with turmeric and spices and the golden latte that you can make with turmeric. So turmeric is a wonderful natural anti-inflammatory. The active constituent is called curcumin, all right? And normally with curcumin, you need to add black pepper to actually activate the curcumin, the active constituent in turmeric. It is specifically for acute inflammation, not really chronic. You can use it, but it works really well for acute inflammation. It is equal to or more potent than cortisone. Yes. Equal to or more potent than cortisone because it blocks NF-kappa beta. This is a molecule that promotes inflammation, and if you're blocking it, you're actually stopping the pathway before it even starts. That's prevention at its best. Okay, so I love turmeric. Turmeric or curcumin, you can sprinkle that over food. You can put it in your smoothie. You can make a golden latte. Google it. There's plenty of ways you can use turmeric or curcumin. I actually have a pill form that I use for a lot of my patients. It's great in pain modulation because of the anti-inflammatory. It stops the pathway, which is fantastic. Okay? All right, so boswellia is number 3. This is an Ayurvedic herb. Beautiful herb that helps with not only connective tissues, it's also for joint support. It is just as effective as an NSAID, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, all right? Just as effective, but it doesn't have the side effects of an NSAID. Usually you get like stomach issues and stuff like that if you have too many NSAIDs. This has no side effects, all right? It modulates something called 5-LOX, which is 5-lipoxygenase. This is a pro-inflammatory enzyme, so it actually blocks it. So you can use boswellia internally or topically. They have it in both ways. The fourth and the last supplement or herb or spice that I'm going to give you guys today is called bromelain. Is actually an enzyme that's found in pineapple in your foods, so I love that. It's used to decrease swelling, and it's also anti-inflammatory. I specifically like this one for sinuses. It's fantastic for sinus issues. It works really well if you're having knee issues or bowel like constipation, bloating, gas, those type of things. It's a great enzyme for that. It also works really well for the lungs if you're having inflammation in the lungs as well. Okay, so we've gone over diet, we've gone over spices or supplements, so let's talk a little bit about movement. It sounds counterintuitive to talk about movement when I'm talking about inflammation and like arthritis and you're already sore, right? But regular and consistent movement, 1, helps to prevent inflammation and arthritis, and 2, when you have arthritis or inflammation, the regular and consistent movement, if you're doing it according to your blood type and you're doing the right movements, actually helps to increase circulation and it helps you to move better and decreases the inflammation. So of course I'm going to talk about it from a blood type specific, more customized, what type of movement should you be doing, right? So let's talk about blood type O. So blood type O should be doing aerobic exercise to reduce joint swelling. Of course, this should be regular and consistent. I suggest that you do it 3 to 4 times a week. So you want to do a 5-minute, so this is for all the blood types. You want to do a 5-minute stretching, opening up, kind of let's get ready to move, and then at the end you want to do a 5-minute